What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Hybrid Color Podcast, where we discuss all things film, funny, and advertising. Checking back in. It's been a minute.
It has been 2 minutes, actually.
Yeah, welcome.
2.
Yeah.
Welcome back, guys. Good to be here.
A lot going on, a lot changing.
Summer's in full swing. What are we, July?
Well, I mean, leaves are turning yellow already.
Mid-July.
It's been raining for the last 3 weeks, so I don't know where we are.
This weather's kind of not it.
Yeah.
We always with the weather. It's kind of weird. Is that an Alaska thing or just generalities?
I feel like we've had summers that has just been off the charts, like 80 the whole time, and then
Yeah.
I feel like August
other
is usually
summers is
hot, though.
terrible. It'd just be nice to string some together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. 2 weeks of rain gets down on the soul.
I don't know.
Good for the fires, though.
Yeah, and the cottonwood. That was problematic.
Mhm.
Yeah, but cottonwood comes and goes in like a week.
Well, I feel like it was
I think it
longer
really stuck
because
around
it
this
stuck
time.
around because of the heat.
Yeah.
There was nothing to push it down, so it just
It was the
continually.
craziest I've seen it in a long time.
Continually, yeah. Sam, don't you have a shot? Go ahead and
Yeah.
cue that up. This is
Yeah.
Sam camping.
Yeah, I was camping with Jose and Gus, and we were just sitting in their camp chairs and looked up, and it looked like it was snowing because there was so much cottonwood coming down.
This was out at Kinnick.
Yeah, at Kinnick.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was a crazy shot.
Sucks for anyone that has allergies.
Yeah.
Luckily, I don't. When I was little, I had them bad, but I don't have them anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, Stan Stevens.
That was a fun one.
Good time for
Trip to Valdez. Yeah, let's talk. Yeah, so you guys.
Do you
yeah,
like
the
that
whole-
video? Do you like that video I sent you?
Which one?
You laughed at it. I was like actual footage of Kyle and I on the chase boat.
Yeah, we'll definitely we'll show that
definitely
right
look
here.
that up.
What's funny is the split up
Yeah.
that we had to split up. I had to stay back, and I didn't know that until the day before that I couldn't go with you guys.
Yeah,
Brought him back to Florida.
The old Oilers.
We were able to watch most of the game on the boat, but the question of it was
Yeah, it was
definitely worth
too big of
staying
a
back.
question.
Yeah.
If you'd have come with us, you'd have been fine, but you can't take that risk,
No.
probably.
No, I don't think you can. Well, let's just give some clarity. I'm an Oilers fan, and we got real close. Forced to Game 7.
Real close.
What an amazing season.
Down 3-0.
Thank you, McDavid. Thank you,
Is it just me,
Draisaitl.
or
Thank
was
you,
this
everyone.
season kind of crazy? Like
No,
compared to the last
for
few
multiple
years.
teams, it was very crazy.
Like I don't remember in like recent history teams absolutely fighting to the last game. And it's down between like, what was it, like 4 teams were within like 2 points of each other.
Mhm.
Yeah, they were hopscotching like within days. Like
Well, our conference
To the end.
specifically,
The Metro.
Maple Leafs,
Metro.
Yeah.
Capitals aren't in our division, but they were fighting for that last wild card
Oh,
spot.
yeah.
The wild card race is really what was insane.
Shit, must
And
have
the
been a
the ups and downs of the Red
Mhm.
Wings' final few games was insane.
Yeah.
Missed it by that much.
So close, dude.
But back to the Valdez trip for
Yeah.
Stan Stevens. We took the ferry. We were able to watch most of the game. Cut out for like what, maybe a period.
Yeah, I think it was the second period we missed.
We got it back and we're able to enjoy our little trip to Valdez.
That ferry was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
glad
driving
we
your
did
car
that.
on. I didn't know anything about that.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew you could do it, but I didn't realize it's worth doing.
It's the OG move if you bring the cots.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
That's a
cots
life
are
hack
what's
for
up,
sure.
for sure.
yeah, that's a hack.
Here's some pictures of me and Jesse setting up, laying down in the little aisles.
In
We,
the movie theater.
Everyone kind of gets on the boat and they race to the seats, best seats, right? So we got this corner booth. I was like, oh, this is going to be perfect. You know, mount the camera on the window, some time lapses, got a table. It's real comfy.
Mm-hmm.
Boat completely fills up. And then one of the crew comes up and is like, hey, this is a handicap table. And we're like, there's like multiple handicap tables. Why are you picking us?
Yeah.
And they moved some other people in and we had to go like essentially find a new spot. But we found kind of this back seating area that didn't have anyone in it. And it was actually a little more spacious. And I had brought those cots and we laid them out, set them up, and we were all laying there all comfy. And one of the other crew comes up and they're like, so smart. So smart.
It's like you can tell he's done this before by
Yeah.
where they sit and set up.
Genius.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Full kitchen, lots of seating. It was windy,
Mm-hmm.
very windy, but people didn't care. I
You
think
guys put
people
the
when they
bird in the
travel,
air?
no, not on that boat. Didn't want to risk it. That boat
That boat-
rips, actually.
Well,
Yeah,
it doesn't
that boat
stop.
was
Is the
going.
problem.
This junk would land in the
Yeah.
ocean behind you.
Drone
Yeah.
goes to return to home, like we talked
We
about,
got
like a
good-
mile
Yeah.
behind.
Like, good night. It's like
excuse me?
we got enough battery to fall in the water. Is basically what
Yeah.
it would be.
Yeah, that would have been risky, but
How long is that ferry again?
5.5
5.5. So it's, I mean, the same thing as driving.
The drive was
roughly.
nice,
But it's nice to not put the miles on and just kind of relax and be able to walk
I
around.
mean, it's a
and-
vibe for
I mean,
sure.
it took quite a bit longer because we got there early.
True.
Yeah, you guys
We had to
load
drive
the
to
boat.
Whittier,
Yeah, no, it was
catch
a
Yeah,
the
whole
when you have a
tunnel.
vehicle, it's definitely like an hour or two on each end.
Yeah,
yeah.
But weren't you guys impressed with how many vehicles they got on that thing?
they really squeezed
There was
them
three
in.
Packed in
motorhomes.
Wild.
3 motorhomes.
3 motorhomes, and there was room.
And I was looking at the footage you guys like in the, is it like the belly of the boat
Mhm.
where all that stuff's at?
Down low.
So get into Valdez and
Yeah.
had about a mile drive to the
Well,
hotel.
okay, let's
and-
talk about one other interesting thing is like, and this was our first shoot
Yeah,
with the new bird.
Mhm.
So it was a little bit of a,
Inspire 3.
yeah.
We knew we wanted that for that shoot specifically.
Yeah, and so we got it ready, and launching it from a boat was. I've launched the drone from the boat a lot, and just not that one, not a drone of that.
It's
size.
more of a production.
Yeah,
For sure.
And we had to practice we practiced
Mhm.
at Westchester
we had to make sure all
'Cause
the
we had to
settings
figure
were
out.
right.
Yeah, remember when you like tried to catch it, it like was like aggressively trying to jump out of your hands.
Mm-hmm.
Just some backstory for people who don't know what an Inspire is.
Inspire 3.
Inspire 3. It's essentially a drone that has legs that retract up and down. So
go
when
like-
they're in the air, the camera can be uninhibited by the props
Suspended
and
underneath.
can go 360 degrees. Whereas with normal drones, you're flying and you have a fairly limited range of view for the
Yeah.
camera.
Well, the big thing is also the drone and the camera are separate from each other, so you can operate the camera separate of the drone. So you can fly one way and face the camera the other way. Where with other drones, you're facing where you're flying,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
and so it makes for. And then we have an opportunity to now do dual operator, so we can both control, which was pretty fun. You can do some pretty dynamic stuff with
Yeah.
dual
It was
Yeah.
very fun.
Yeah.
I would say it was very
The
fun.
ability to change focal lengths, I think, is like
Mm-hmm.
True.
Oh, yeah, the
it ups
50
the production
millimeter.
value
Yeah.
so much.
You have to kind of rewire your brain. At least I did. Like
It's totally different.
ran into so many situations where I felt because we have the 50 on, Kyle seemingly feels like he's about 20 feet off the boat. We're doing like 60 miles an hour. And I'm like, hey, yeah,
He's like, back up, back up, back up, back up, back up.
He's like,
"You're too
bro,
close."
I'm
I'm
100
like,
yards
I'm
away.
watching it. I know exactly where we're at. You're like, we're a little close, buddy. You're a little
That's
close.
fine.
I don't know if. I know. Trust me. It definitely got
So
me.
I did that a few times, and then afterwards, my brain caught up and was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, he is far. He knows where he's flying. I need to just focus on film." So
Yeah. So the first one we took, I can't remember the boat name, but that was to Columbia Glacier.
Is that the
Yeah. The
Glacier
Glacier
View?
Spirit.
Glacier Spirit?
No.
There's one's
Valdez
Glacier, one's Spirit.
There's Glacier Spirit and
Glacier
Valdez
Spirit. Valdez Spirit. So Glacier Spirit was the first one.
Yeah.
Valdez Spirit is the
what
second.
boat did you guys like better?
I like the second boat.
Valdez.
I think it was
Yeah.
technically smaller, but it felt bigger.
Was that the one with the windows kind of on the roof in the front?
Yeah.
Yeah, as far as shooting, I did like the first boat. There was like the front area where everyone stands was a little bit more, I wouldn't say spacious,
yeah.
but it was a little bit easier to maneuver.
You also had less people the first
I
day.
think
Yeah, I
that was
noticed
also that.
Mhm.
But the back area was a little bit different. I don't know. There's ways you had to navigate around the boat that I liked the first boat better. Because on the second story of the first boat, the Columbia Glacier, I don't remember the name, but you could go around the front of the captain's, I don't know, his area
Mm-hmm.
and get different shots versus the other one. It goes up to the sides and
The
then
cockpit.
there's doors into the cockpit. You can't go in the front.
Hmm.
So
The fact that you could walk in and out, that was super cool.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
They had they put kids up on top of the like cabinets next to the captain, and they were just talking to him, and the photographer was crawling all over
I
him,
saw
like
that.
getting right in front of the captain. Yeah. It was-
Their whole staff,
Yeah,
all
she
their
was cool.
crew,
Lena.
everyone's super chill.
Yeah, it
super
was great.
nice. No one's power tripping or.
you can ask them whatever too while they're
Mhm.
riding the boat. So
Yeah.
it was
It's a very
no,
casual tour from what I saw. Of course, Kyle and I were on the chase boat and didn't have the luxurious treatment that you guys received.
I actually
Clam
learned
chowder and bread bowls and all the good stuff.
I learned a
Whatever
lot
you guys have.
actually from
The captain
stuff they were
talking.
saying.
Oh,
yeah,
it's unreal.
Like being born and raised in Alaska,
Yeah,
and there's just stuff I still don't know about Alaska.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's infinite, as big as our state is.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. But
the weather was awesome too. Just
it was cool because the morning it was all foggy and not foggy, but
both
just
times.
sucked in. It was
Yeah.
really gray and cloudy. And then as soon as we roll up to the glacier, it all burned off.
Mhm. It opens up.
It's
And it
sunny.
happened both days,
Yeah.
which
If
was
that's
really
a
cool.
Temperature change a little bit too. It was like
Yeah, maybe.
Because you kind of got to go, who knows? You got to go into those deep,
valleys and
valleys and stuff from out being on the open water.
it tends to do
But
that.
it was
from
nice.
what I've done.
It was nice
you
when
go
we
in
got back both days, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was,
So
yeah.
it all
Especially
just,
the second
it just
day.
burns off throughout
First
the
day,
day.
not as much, still nice, but second day was a burner when we
Yeah.
got back.
Yeah,
100%.
What glacier do you guys like better?
mirrors.
Bro.
Mears, yeah.
Yeah.
Columbia's,
thing-
I mean, it's cool. It's a
It's
really
a different
cool
style.
ice field.
The ice field's crazy.
It just you're not able to get as close to the glacier.
Yeah, the
So,
face of the
it's-
glacier.
It's still, I feel like I'm a couple miles out.
The
By
fact
time
that we
you're-
got the big calves too.
Oh
that
my
was
gosh, bro.
dude.
The 30-minute window. Like, think about in the grand scheme, the 30-minute window we were there. Two of the biggest calves I've ever seen.
I've seen docs from like National Geographic where they go and sit
Mhm.
for
Camp.
weeks.
Yeah.
For weeks in
Mhm.
camp and sit there with a tripod and fly the drone or fly the helicopter or have a
Right.
helicopter sitting next to them. They're like, is it going? Is it going?
Right.
We literally rolled up and got a shot that is a once in a lifetime shot, in
I
my
I think
opinion.
it's two. We got two like once in lifetimes.
The fact that three of us were all rolling on it,
yeah.
that's
Mhm.
what's crazy too.
And the captain too, she was like, yeah, this is, I can see it leaning and it's starting to make noises. We're just going to sit here and wait and see what happens. Yeah.
It was
She
unbelievable.
called it.
And we'll show that footage, I'm sure.
Well, and Kyle, you've been up to probably more glaciers than
Oh yeah, I've done that quite a
like-
few times, multiple places in Alaska, and I've seen like little calves and I've heard the calves, but nothing like that. I've never seen anything like that.
What was crazy is the angle, the initial angle I was flying at, you can see it
Mhm.
peeling. And you know, when you're sitting there looking at something for a long period of time, you don't really see how much it moved, but I knew what it looked like when I started filming it. And when it was about to break, that thing had peeled away from the top probably 30 feet.
well,
I'm guessing.
right before it calves, that small chunk that makes that huge splash in
Mhm.
front of it. Once that goes, you see a piece of ice roll behind the big piece that calved, and then it just falls. It's
Yeah.
so sick. That's the first time I've ever
Have
seen
two
a glacier
cameras and a
calve.
drone. Two cameras on it and a drone just sitting in the air
Yeah.
waiting.
So lucky.
So lucky.
So
Those people
lucky.
don't know what they saw.
No.
Let's go, Stan
Well,
Stevens.
no.
Stan Stevens just putting us on those
We also got
calves.
humpbacks, orcas.
Orcas.
Every wildlife we could have
Sea
possibly
lions.
seen.
Yeah,
puffins.
sea
The
lions.
sea lions was
otters.
crazy. I'd never seen anything like that. I mean,
Yeah.
I'd seen sea lions, but not that population.
Deer.
Yeah.
Deer,
Oh, yeah,
bears.
deer.
We saw bears.
We got the ass end of a bear.
Yeah,
And two
dude.
cubs.
Bunch of eagles, like everything that they could say that you see on that tour.
Yeah.
We saw that
Like
day.
that one eagle, like we got that one bathing in the water. That was so crazy. No, just kidding.
Yeah, right.
Trying to like, oh, sorry, just kidding.
Colleen's like, where was that at?
Was that at the
Um,
zoo or?
It was a hired actor.
Yeah, you got an eagle for talent. Brought one.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, I think that trip was a success. Reviewing the footage, I think that
Yeah.
was incredible. I
Got some
think
really
they'll be
cool,
really happy once we put it out,
Got
Yeah.
some cool BTS stuff of all of us.
For sure.
for sure.
And then the drone, again, back to the drone thing. I'm like, it's super exciting to have the capabilities now that we do with that drone.
Yeah.
It's a totally different. Remember looking at the footage for the first time? We've all experienced it, and you
Mhm.
watch it, you're just like, what? It's
Yeah.
like, what?
I don't think people understand what dynamic range is in that aspect. You know, you film somebody
Well, it's
inside
resolu-
and
it's
you look out the
resolution,
window as an
yeah.
example. I think
Yeah.
everyone's encountered that. You know, the window's blown out.
It's
You know,
super
there's
white.
color out there and it's lit up, but when you're filming from a completely different aspect, the window is white.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas with this drone, from what I've seen so far, it doesn't matter where it is.
Well, like for example, the glacier. Usually the glaciers are super hot. That's
Mhm.
what happens when you're flying a drone. The glacier's hot and the boat's dark.
And you lose definition
And you
in
lose
the whites
definition.
of the
But
glacier.
when you're able to pull that glacier down and really see like the little moraine and like the
textures of
nooks,
it.
It's
yeah.
like it just
Sick.
looks
And like the darkness of the
big.
water and rock too.
Yeah,
Contrasting to that. Yeah.
Yeah.
just like the image is just so pleasing. It's just beautiful.
Jesse was getting in his bag with the Mavic, dude.
Yeah, I don't have
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of time on that one.
That
But
drone
I
is
was
incredible.
like,
I love it.
once he was on
The
the Inspire,
city.
I was like, just you should have seen me. I was just chucking that thing
A
up in the air just
terabyte
by
of
my
Mavic footage is
Dude,
crazy.
yeah, that's a lot. We were just rolling.
swapping batteries, swapping cards,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
ripping.
Yeah, it was fun.
That was a super fun project.
You don't really realize how high the glaciers are.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh, it's probably 300 over here and like 400, 500 over here. I'm like,
It's hard to understand scale of something
Mhm.
that massive.
And especially
Yeah.
when it's that big.
Yeah. If you don't, and in the footage too, in that glacial cave, you don't have like a reference of a person or a boat,
Mm-hmm.
but that was just a massive face falling off.
well, I remember looking at the wave from sea level and it looked like it was 20,
Oh yeah, you guys
30
had a way
feet high.
different perspective
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah.
I was like, sure, we like good here. That's a big wave.
The amount of harbor seals that sit so close to the glacier on the icebergs
Mhm.
was also insane to me.
Yeah.
I'm like, they just chill over there? And the guy's like, yep. And backstory, our chase boat captain is a captain of one of the two ships that you guys were on. You know that, but
The second boat that goes out to Mears.
Mm-hmm.
All these.
yeah, we were getting hammered on the way on the second day.
I think we got footage of that.
Yeah, we did.
I was like,
Jesse's
I was like, dude, my neck. When I got back that night, that first night, I was like, oh, dude, my back is stiff and hurting.
Yeah, you guys did not want to ride that boat again.
Oh, and then we had to, right?
He's like,
Yeah.
well, like I think that maybe perspective wise, like if the guys were on it, they'd have like a different perspective of that boat from a little boat.
trying to pitch,
Yeah.
trying to pitch the other way.
I'm like, dude. No. What it was is you're like, well, actually, we could pretty much do most things from the big boat. We don't even need to take
I
the
did
chase
say
boat.
that. I
Yeah,
did
was
say
like,
that.
No,
I
we're
did say
taking the
that.
chase boat. We need it.
Because like after being in so much pain the first day and knowing that was the shorter trip by like 2 hours,
Yeah, like you're
and then I
already-
was like, oh,
Just absolutely dreading this.
I feel like we hit that hard water for a bit, but then it actually flattened out. Everything after that was fine.
it was probably only like 2 or 3 miles before we got
Yeah,
to
we
Mears.
hit
but
we hit a big one. You guys have footage. That was the biggest water we hit the whole time.
Yeah, I remember looking over and the boat was just like,
Well, you guys
slamming
were
the
kind of
water.
hugging the coast.
Oh, we were
too.
tops
doing
out of the water.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a captain. He obviously knows
He
these
knew-
waters.
He, like,
He knows
one
what's
of the
good.
times he didn't go out where you guys went because of water. He was like, I don't want to go out there. He's like, it's going to take me too long to get back because of how rough it is.
Well,
Mhm.
so he just did a rebuild,
Yeah, twin 383s in that thing.
and that was like his second trip out.
It had 15 hours on the motors. It was pretty.
That's crazy.
yeah,
it
Yeah,
was,
he had just swapped it.
it was that boat.
It
was ill.
ripped.
That boat was
It
ill.
ripped.
it looks
he
older,
wasn't-
but
yeah,
he
he
you
wasn't
could tell he like took
It's
care
like
of
brand
it.
new motors.
Yeah,
Well, you should see his wiring.
Oh, it was clean.
I commented on his
Yeah, it was
wiring. I was
clean.
like, did you redo that? He's like, yeah,
What was
me,
his
and,
name
me and
again?
my granddad,
What was his name?
or me and my father-in-law or something.
Was it?
Why are you
John?
asking questions on the pod that I don't have a definitive
Was it
answer
Chris?
to?
was just
Chris,
Chris,
Brian,
Trying to make me look stupid.
John, Jimmy.
one of those names.
Teforg, look up the boat.
Yeah.
That's our man, though.
His wiring was just crispy,
It was-
dude, and everything
yeah.
was
I
labeled and
bet you that
everything.
dude spent his whole life on a boat.
No, he knows
Yeah.
what's up.
He bought it from his
He started
he
in the
bought
80s.
it from his neighbor. That like basically neighbor passed away, daughter got the boat, and it was just sitting in the yard. And he was like, "You want to sell that boat?" She was like, "Sure."
It's a good deal. Keep it alive.
Jeez.
That's how I bought Duck Hunter. Some guy in his yard was just sitting there. I was like, "You gonna do anything with that?" He's like, "No." You want it? Yeah. I'll buy it. That's exactly how it went down. I just saw it driving by one day.
That's
like,
wild.
And I was like, "Oh, that's a nice boat."
Not even a for sale sign.
No.
You just saw a boat
I
driving
saw a
on the
boat
road,
in the
pulled
yard
in, and said,
like,
"What's
Big
good?"
Lake.
Wow.
I think the guy might have been outside, and I pulled in because it was in pretty good shape for how old it was.
What
But
were
it
you
was
out there doing?
I was at Big Lake for something.
He was like, "I was boat shopping,
Yeah,
driving around the neighborhood."
Scoping people's shit out.
Somebody's got to be
I know it
willing
is
to
kind of
sell
crazy.
one.
Like I just decided that a boat would be a good idea one day.
Not looking at you too deep.
Yeah,
Bella,
that was a mistake.
Bella wants to get a boat, keep it down in Homer.
Yeah, she's. I mean,
Of course she
I
does.
thought everybody
Yeah.
in Homer had a boat.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
her
there's
What's the boat?
prerequisite.
What's the boat she want called? Time Bandit.
that's a little bigger than that one,
Yeah.
actually.
So yeah, Stan Stevens crushed that. Working on the post production this week.
It was right before that when Kyle and I went to Chicago
NeoCon.
for NeoCon
That was
2024.
Let's we should rewind and so the way we had it planned between the crew, Kyle stayed back to watch the Stanley Cup final, Game 7, and that ended at what, 8:00.
Mm-hmm.
So we were already in Valdez. Oilers lose. Kyle has to get on the road by himself, and we are worried.
Yeah.
We were worried for him.
I remember calling him and being like, "Hey man, you good?" He's like, I want to be alone with my thoughts for a while."
Perfect.
No, I was
6
like,
hours.
no, remember, I was like, no, I did this. I go, he calls me, the phone rings. I'm like, what's up, man? I'm just driving to Valdez. I'll see you in a minute. And he's like, are you good? I'm like, it's okay. I was calling. It was funny because everybody that called me, I did that with. And they were
That's
like, man,
funny.
you good? Like, they were going to. It was
The schedule coming back with the ferry didn't match up. So Kyle drove. I had my truck, so we were like, we're just going to drive back.
And nobody want to ride because I asked Sam, and he's like, if they lose.
Yeah, on the way there, I was like, I don't know if I want
yeah.
to drive with Kyle. Says team loses right before.
So yeah, tell us about NeoCon, Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago was a trip. I had never been there.
So what do you guys have planned to do at NeoCon?
So we kind of went in with a loose plan. We knew it was going to be kind of crazy because everyone gets there, and we were still coordinating with people to do podcasts. We didn't know exactly what days they were going to happen.
How many podcasts were you guys supposed to do ahead of
Like
time?
5,
Which was crazy.
4.
I think it was 3 or 4. It was
4.
3 with a possibility of 5.
Well, they had some of them were podcasts and some of them were like breakouts. With
Yeah.
a couple, like one person. A podcast was defined by like the full
The
three
crew.
3 and 1.
Mhm.
But tell us the story. You guys rolled up thinking you were going to have some time to like establish
yeah,
yourselves. Yeah. Tell us about
Yeah,
that.
we had flown all night and then we got there. Just it happened to line up that everybody was available that first day because the first day is kind of low key.
Mhm.
Everybody sets up their booths and then like the people that are around, and so it lined up for us to get all the podcasts at that moment. But we had just flown in, so we were like immediately like it was actually we were tired and I was like
Yeah.
I was fighting.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, come on, Kyle. Watch the Instagram. I was like fighting to
Yeah.
stay awake.
I was just trying to listen because the stories were really interesting.
They were.
So I was just trying to listen and stay
Engaged.
engaged, and
Yeah.
that helped.
Yeah.
But
But after the first day, you guys felt like you had a lot of stuff accomplished, I'm sure.
yeah, because
Boy,
we
we got the lay of the land then.
we did 2 full podcasts. So that was 2 4-person podcasts, and then 2 one-on-one interviews, or one or 2.
Yeah, for anybody that doesn't know NeoCon, so NeoCon is basically like SEMA, which is I don't know if anybody knows. Well, anyways, it's a big.
So basically,
Yeah.
what SEMA
Yeah,
is.
and then
niche
SEMA's
convention.
like NAB. So what NAB is, you gotta go like down every
it's
convention.
a convention.
Yeah, it's a big convention with interior. It's interior
Massive.
massive
It's like
convention.
it's like the one to go to
Like people
every
all
year
over the world.
worldwide.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
For
it is like
interior design.
design. And was it? I mean, it's really only interior design, isn't it? It is incredible. I mean, all the coolest products,
Materials.
ideas,
yeah.
workshops. Just like it's just like this melting pot of like cool
And the space looked vast.
and incredible. Yeah,
It's
it
like
was,
1 million square feet.
yeah, it was like so cool.
So I was asking Sam like how it was set up, and I was thinking all these companies come in and they have their dedicated spaces and they set up. But Sam was saying most of them are like headquartered or like
Yeah.
Some of them have their
So
location.
I've been to like with typical conventions like SHOT Show or NAB. They'll have like a conference space where everybody gets booths to set up, and some are really big and complex,
that's
and
what
some
I'm
are just
thinking
tables.
this is, yeah.
But this was an actual. It's called the Market in Chicago, so it's their actual
The Mart.
The Mart. It's their like actual company headquarters or showroom. So a lot of them are there year round.
Like
I think
Steelcase?
a majority
Oh,
of them
interesting.
are there
Yeah, like
year
they're
round.
in like
That's what that space is established for.
Yeah.
But then during the event, more vendors come and
Fill in.
Fill in.
and different things. I believe
Mhm.
It looked cool.
it was sweet. I actually was so we were filming it and I like had a good time, but I actually would like I'm almost like I would like to go without being like having to film it just to like experience it, just to like see. Because I'm telling you, like we were working and filming, so we we went, but we were more concerned with following our team and make sure our audio was right.
Yeah, of course.
But like, so we couldn't really look at everything.
That's the world we
and I
live
was
in.
like,
Can you imagine watching Wolverines not having to hold a camera?
yeah, that one was even different. But with that one, with this one, it was like there was just so much with like
Actually being able to be present.
yeah, because there's
and
cool
look at
chairs, but
everything,
you
yeah.
couldn't really take the time to like look at it, and cool
Mhm.
couches and
tables.
and
I think
technology.
my favorite like type of product that we saw were those coffee tables that were low, but they were either electric or had a gas piston where you could
Mhm.
raise it up to standing height for like
yeah.
if you had
Coffee to stand.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
actually want to get one. I
That's-
told
that
him
would
to
be
see to
sweet.
find. There's one specifically that we saw at Human Scale.
hmm
I would love to get one in here.
Yeah.
If we have it, I would love to purchase one because it literally goes from table height, you could eat at it like this, to bar height with just like a press of a button.
Yeah.
And it's not electric. It's like pneumatic.
hmm
It's like it's like a chair.
Yeah.
That's
The
cool.
the electric ones are cool, but then you got to worry about the
Yeah,
outlet and
plug it
stuff.
in.
If
This
you're not in a
pneumatic one
commercial
all the time.
space that it's for that one spot.
Yeah,
That's really cool.
So
Where'd you guys?
Jesse, it's a
where'd
good
you
thing.
guys-
A good thing I couldn't pay attention because we had to come back with a lot more
Yeah.
fodder for the warehouse.
You guys stayed at Trump Tower?
Yeah. No.
No.
No. I thought.
We saw it. I took
Oh,
a
you
photo
saw
of it. It was cool.
Yeah.
I took a photo of it.
We stayed right
Where-
next to the convention
Oh, it was
center.
cool.
It
Yeah,
was
we stayed-
it's like the Holiday
The
Inn.
chocolate.
Oh, yeah.
Factory, dude. There's these chocolates they gave you for free.
Well, us.
Us. And
They
every
give you-
every time we walk by, we're like, hey, got any chocolates you give out?
They
They're
give
like
them to
top
people
off.
when they check in.
Yeah.
But every time we walked by the front desk, in or out,
What's good with that
Kyle
chocolate?
and Rob would just go up and be like, "Hey, can we get a couple pieces of chocolate?"
The chocolate tax.
Yeah.
And
What
they
is
kinda
it?
started eating.
Could you identify?
So it's like a toffee in the middle with with chocolate, like basically on either side.
Is there a
Mhm.
brand? Is it like seeds?
No,
I took-
it's like
I
probably
took a
like
picture of
local.
it.
It was
The
good.
picture's right
It was
here.
There it is.
Yep.
Oh, make my mouth water already just staring at it.
Jeez.
ASMR.
It was really good.
Oh, actually, I have some audio of me eating one here. Let me cue that up. Can you imagine like
Yeah.
me eating chocolate?
Oh my god.
I'll have Mike like clip to the side of my cheek.
I think it went smooth. We had a couple. No, I wouldn't even say we had any minor snags. It was all really smooth.
Yeah, it was cool. I think
Like,
Or one of
like
the-
chocolate,
one
if
of-
you will.
one of the things that was really incredible was I always forget when we go to events like that, we spend time, we're really intimately connected with the interiors team at MCG. I learned so much about them,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't even think, I believe it paid off in everything that we did that day, everything that we did in post-production coming back, and what we'll do in the future with that team.
Yeah.
Being with people and really being present, because we were present. We were with them, we were eating, we were having a good time, we were talking about ideology. They were asking us about ourselves, we were asking about them. We just had like a really good bonding.
How was their podcast brand taken?
Oh,
or
it was incredible.
Yeah.
What was?
Like we came in
did
so
you hear?
deep.
Did you hear?
Oh
things?
yeah, people were like, really like, I am so excited to listen to you. Because there is a lot in that space, but a lot of people are kind of at the same level. And complementary colors, we are starting to really get some traction with it. And if anybody wants to know the link, we'll link in the description below and stuff.
Mhm.
But complementary colors is an incredible podcast. These women are absolutely spot on, and they know their stuff. And it is so fascinating to listen to how they think. I mean, you think about design, but like the level at which they go. And even there were some really cool ones. We got to interview people about, designing for autism and designing for all these really cool like neurodivergent things, to where like they're understanding how people move, how they react in space, what things they can do to really help people learn. And MCG Explore Design specifically has been really at the forefront of education.
Yeah, they've been in that.
Like they've been in the education space and school design, and this to me is going to take them to another level. They already were, at a different level, and like this type of like searching and trying to find. I mean, they ask questions. They question everything, no matter what. And I'm like, I feel like we've adopted some of that here. Just,
Well, and they test the shit out of the products too.
Mm-hmm.
like
To
they are
know
like,
exactly what they're selling.
Yeah, and I haven't had any experience with. I mean, I've had experience with other architectural
have they
teams, but not
been-
like.
Have they been to Neocon
Oh
before?
yeah, so they go a lot.
So they're
Tons of
veterans.
times,
So
yeah.
they know
They're
it's good.
veterans, but
Because when she was talking about how I want to be more like you guys get in there and like grab stuff, and
oh yeah,
there'll be a sign that says "Do not touch," and you don't even give a shit. You're like, we're touching it.
Yeah, we got. I mean, that's what they're there for. We got to go to. Oh, that was really cool. What was it? The Herman Miller, showroom. That was so cool
Yeah.
to see that place. It's just like the really in the space. Like people know what the different furniture makers are, manufacturers, and like to go to the really big ones and the like people that are on the cutting edge was like even this. Like it feels like an Apple store, but it's for furniture.
Yeah.
It's like cool.
That's
Yeah,
really cool.
Cool factor.
Trey and I are going to the boat show next week.
The boat show's next week.
Yeah.
The Sully?
I got to get some to tow.
We got to go as a team and do a podcast from, or we should go do a not a
podcast.
podcast. We should go
Chill
there.
cop over
We
any
should go
colors.
there and do a like an Osmo.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
I don't know if
I
you
mean,
know
we
what
can
the
even
boat
talk to
show is,
people.
but it's kind of like Neocon, which is similar to SEMA.
Yeah, which is
Yeah.
similar to NAB, which it's like it's about boats. So these things that float on water, typically single, dual motor, sometimes more, depending if you're in Florida.
Speaking of boats, do you guys got a plan for this evening? Are you guys still hunkering down tonight?
I'm going to skate tonight, so
I am too, Trajan.
You guys
I
want
will
skating?
be there with
Let's
you.
go. At the Sully?
But
No.
no, it's at like Dempsey.
I'm leaving after.
Yeah.
Just come with me, dude.
It's gonna be like 9 o'clock.
why
Who
would you-
cares?
Well, you can go with him.
You
You
can
could go.
You can.
Where are you going?
I'm going to hang out at home for one night. It's my
No,
sis-
Are you going to go
I'm going to
tomorrow?
go, yeah.
Just
If
come.
unless
Yeah.
I leave you.
Yes.
I got Starlink, dude.
Dude,
It'll be like
Starlink?
yeah,
it'll be like it'll be like we're
Trey,
driving to
Trey, here.
Valdez.
Hey, Trey, pick any candy you want.
I'll buy it.
Get a soda. You sure you
Grab
don't want
the
the
whole,
2 by?
whole box of Reese's
You
sticks.
sure you don't?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't
I
want
just
the
don't
2 by
wanna drive.
brownies.
I just don't
Yeah.
want to drive by myself.
Hey Trey, when we get to Girdwood, I'll get you ice cream
And a piece of pizza.
piece of pizza.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Oh, dude, whatever.
Trey's like got all his candy. He's like on his way to. Love
Just
it.
making a mess. In the
Basically,
seat.
we're
Jesse-
going
Jesse will-
second annual.
Jesse
Second
will
annual.
handle everything. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, second annual.
Yeah.
Cause like I just want to sleep in my bed today.
Second
Okay.
annual hybrid color Kenai Keys fishing trip. Let's go tomorrow.
I'm pumped with how the numbers are.
Oh,
I haven't checked
It's
them
gonna be
in the past day or two.
out of
We're gonna
control.
have a lot of red meat when we leave.
What's the limit out there? Is it 3?
3 per person.
We'll have
In possession?
some meat when we
In possession.
Correction.
I mean, somebody can take the boat back to the cabin and drop
sleep
something off. You know what I
sleep
mean?
till-
Yeah.
Dude, we're not. I'm not here for it.
No.
So now we're getting speeding tickets, fishing game. We're getting poaching tickets. Like what other tickets do you
Basically,
want?
we're just
Jesse?
getting all our
How many
shit
licensed
impounded.
drone
Yeah.
operators were on that boat?
Yeah,
when you-
seriously. Can you stop? Like we're gonna get under.
FAA is here.
We're gonna get under arrest without even leaving this table because of you. You're like, hey guys,
Seriously.
guess what?
Who's bringing the
I've got
cocaine?
documentation. I'm illegal. I did some
What's,
things I shouldn't have.
What's the stipulations on a pilot in command letting someone else fly? Is there a distance you have to be from the person that's
Person?
flying?
I think you have to have your fingers have to be intertwined on the controller together
I think
so that you know
I think the drone has to be visible.
Visible, yeah.
the line of
um,
sight.
but you can't use the pilot in command to extend the visual line of sight. So you can't have like a line of
separate,
people
yeah.
to have it visual by
So you can't
somebody.
hopscotch.
But I think,
we had eyes on the drones, so
Yeah,
that
we-
should be good. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'll have to double check
Which
before
drone are
we
we
come out.
taking?
with this.
Yeah.
We're taking all of them. We taking the chase drone? The Avata, you ready?
I'll
I
fly it
think-
in normal mode.
I
Yeah.
honestly think we should take Avata and Inspire and leave the Mavic at home.
Inspire on the riverboat.
No, we won't take that on the riverboat.
You know,
I don't
It's
think-
okay. It's too big
It's too big, but we will take it and get stuff
on
like,
the way.
on
From
the
the
way or
cabin.
from the cabin.
So we'll
Yeah,
take
yeah.
all 3.
You should take
Let's
all
do
3
it.
yeah.
because we can even get like backdrop wise. We could film the Mavic, film the Inspire, and then what camera?
FX3.
Just the FX3. Do we want stills too though?
Yeah,
camera.
I can
Bring that one
too.
too. So 2 cameras.
So we're working
The
tomorrow.
Osmo.
Yeah, still
So we're
FX3.
working. This is
Well-
quickly turning into a work trip.
Well, the last one was too. Remember the piece we made? It's disgusting.
Dude, I saw something really sick. You know, Dude Dad?
No.
No,
Nope.
Yeah,
No.
you do.
dude, dad.
Dude Dad?
Oh,
Okay,
the guy
I
that
guess
makes the
I do.
jokes.
It's a boat. About 1,000.
Yeah, yeah. I know that guy.
okay.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
Dude
yeah,
Dad.
yeah,
So he's
yeah.
got a, I'm pretty sure it's a Pavati.
Is he a boat guy?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I noticed that. I thought he was a comedy guy.
I mean,
he's a comedy
done
boat guy.
like,
He
you know,
makes boat
married
humor.
dad stuff, but now
Yeah,
he got
yeah.
a boat, lake boat. So he's doing boat humor,
I
but
just noticed that.
he got a QR code and it says "Help float my boat."
Oh, on the back of the boat.
on the
for
back
fuel.
of the boat for fuel. So when you
Yes.
come on the boat,
Okay,
you
let's
scan the
talk about
QR
that. Let's
code,
talk
it goes
about
to
that.
his Venmo. Dude.
That's
Let's
so
talk
I was
about
like,
that.
this
Do
is
people
awesome.
do people understand? Go in if you want to comment. Leave a link in the comments, or you
Leave a
know,
link to your
No,
comment in the
leave
comments.
a link to your comment in the comments, or let's comment and let's debate this.
I don't think
Fuel on boat.
I don't think it needs to be a debate. For me personally, I don't make a big deal about it because it
Yeah,
costs about $8
Yeah.
to fill up my boat
Yeah.
for a freaking week. For you, it's a different scenario. I already kind of know that. Even if you invite me to go fishing, I always try and chip in.
Yeah, I think it's a known.
but
People that know. I don't think everybody.
Boat people know that, but I don't
And a
think
lot
the
of people.
average
Well, the
people.
problem is a lot of boat people don't want to say anything, and
True.
then if you don't know about it, they won't bring you again. So like, just to
course.
clear the record, if you're going on somebody's boat, a big one, you got to tip them or pitch in for fuel because it gets
I mean, I'm here for tips.
At least bring
In
him some
general,
bananas or
yeah,
something.
bananas or potted plants at least baseline.
Potted plants is one.
Mm-hmm.
Can't have potted plants on a boat. I didn't know
Because
this.
dirt tries to get the dirt.
Why the hell would you bring a potted plant on a boat?
Oh, I mean, like a bigger boat. I mean, and actually, like certain people like don't even care. Like certain captains.
What
like,
about
whatever.
a potted banana plant?
Yeah, that would be a big no-no.
I think that would probably
I think
cancel
the
out.
instant
Cancel
you,
out.
I think the instant you got past the breakwater of the harbor, 20 footers. I'm sure every time. You probably couldn't get out. They'd probably throw you up over the breakwater if you had that a banana plant.
I mean, you're also not supposed to bring women on boats, right?
Whoa.
Well, I'm not saying you shouldn't. That's the thing.
Wow.
Because when my
Okay,
mom was
well,
a captain,
The views expressed in this podcast do not reflect those.
when my mom was a captain, she said she had
Your
trouble
mom was a
finding.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Remember that? Yeah. His
She
mom
had
was a
trouble
captain.
finding crew because they didn't want to work with a woman on a boat because they thought it was bad luck.
Oh come on.
That's what they called it, bad luck.
Arr, matey, we can't go with the women on the boat because it's bad luck. I mean, come on, what? The captain of your boat in Valdez
Yeah,
was a woman.
yeah.
Ladies,
I
you can
think
drive the
some
boat. Janae
bananas are
drives my
probably
boat.
fine.
Yeah.
Shirley drives your boat.
Yeah.
Game over.
Yeah.
The debate, put that to rest.
Okay.
Kenzie
Sam, don't
drove-
bring that
Kenzie
heresy
drove the
into
boat
this
once.
conversation.
Kind
Kenzie,
of.
what?
Kenzie drove the boat once.
Let's go.
Kind of.
Oh, yeah, try to kill us.
Yeah.
Me and Nate
Oh,
try to throw us off the
yeah.
back.
You and Aches off the back.
I know. I'm
While
like,
you're
Kenzie,
pulling
I'm
in
like,
a
Kenzie,
Give it a
you
little
throw us
gas.
like, whoa. Were you on the boat?
No.
No,
But
Kenzie
I
was
have
just-
a woman driving a boat story from when I was hunting on the Yukon. I told you guys that
Oh, yeah,
story.
we don't want to know that story. That's another one that we don't want to hear. I know that story.
Almost died.
We'll leave it there.
Okay. Well, so
In other news, thanks, Kenzie. Now you're good. Was not. She didn't know.
she'll
Now
love
she
that.
does.
She'll
She'll
love
never
that.
forget
yeah,
it.
Yeah. I went to
Just a
Cots.
sip. Shout it out. Let's
oh,
go.
Yeah, just a sip. My wife bought a coffee shop.
Let's go.
Yeah. A big milestone. She's been working in the industry for like 8 years, basically since she was like 16 or 17.
Finally made the jump. Got her own coffee stand right
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
What's the address?
I don't know the exact
Or
address.
it's like
It's,
off Arctic. Where?
Good
give us
husband.
some-
Good husband.
Arctic and 36,
yeah, right.
basically right there.
Near the Party World.
Party World.
Right.
Yeah, it's in between Tudor and 36. Right in the middle.
Amazing coffee. I had some this morning on the
Yeah,
way to a shoot.
we got one of their 1 pound
Oh,
burritos this
burrito
morning.
was good. Shout out Main Event
Dang.
Grill. Main Event Grill.
Yeah.
Nice burrito.
Oh
guys.
yeah,
It was
Main
good.
Event has good stuff.
Good grill.
Yeah.
Or
Oh,
good
they
burrito.
like bring in from a catering
That's like
business.
the catering business. Very good burrito.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I know. We know you're not
I'm
a
a
big breakfast
minority.
burrito
I
guy.
hate
We get
breakfast
it.
burritos.
Really?
But if there
Yeah.
was one in front of you and you would eat it.
They just they always load them up
Underwhelming.
with potatoes,
Yeah.
and I
I
don't
agree.
like potato salad. I love potatoes, but
Oh, you're
it's
not a
just
big
like
potato guy?
I like baked potatoes,
French
mashed
fries,
potatoes,
potatoes.
French
Isn't that
fries.
McCarty? Isn't that
Uh,
Irish?
scallop potatoes are probably like au gratin potatoes are probably one of my favorite
Oh,
foods.
really?
But
But
I
you-
just like potato salad.
And a
It's like
tortilla.
potato.
So potato salad, if the potatoes aren't cooked enough, is not it.
yeah,
Yeah.
The hard potato in a potato salad is about
A
the
crunchy
worst
potato
thing.
salad.
Mhm.
store
about the worst thing.
bought potato salad
Is
is,
like
the worst
that.
thing.
We got some the other night and it was not it. Apologies, Cecily.
Do you remember the potato salad they used to sell at Costco? The giant containers.
Oh
Mm,
yeah,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
familiar. Yeah.
That one
I-
was kind of like a barbecue thing, and that makes me think of barbecue in the summer. 'Cause everybody used to get that.
They were all like gonna expire soon, so they were like $2 a piece when I got them one year, and I took a bunch of them camping, and that's all I ate for a whole weekend.
Oh my
Potato
god.
salad. Oh my god,
It was good.
Sam, you are a different breed.
Yeah,
dude.
seriously. hates women, loves potato salad.
Wow.
Yes,
I'm just
he- Bella's like,
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Sam Rice.
yeah, welcome, Sam Rice.
Bear Paw.
Bear Paw was a hit.
Mhm.
Oh, it was a little rainy. It was a little
It's
moist.
always rainy.
But it was
It
fun.
was, yeah.
I loved it.
Walked
I
a
loved that
lot.
event.
Do you
Sam,
like how we snaked in for the second go around?
that was
that was
impressive.
clutch.
What'd you
Ran the
guys do?
parade twice. Oh, you didn't hear about this. So we were first floating the parade. So we drove around.
You
Actually,
did
we're
it
gonna
on-
get in trouble.
hold
Bear
on.
Paw's gonna be Bear
Backstory.
Paw's gonna be on to us.
Last year, they made
Whatever.
you go back all the way around to the
the staging
school,
area.
the
The
right?
staging
Yeah.
area, and all that was locked off. But we were the
We
first.
needed to get back to IA, so it just happenstance
Yes.
at the back of the parade. When we got to the end of it, we button hooked back, and we're pulling a trailer, and we had a float. So when we pulled up to the barrier, they opened it,
Yeah.
and then we drove into the back of the parade. So we're behind the back of the parade. So
Went
as we,
through twice.
We
Yeah.
double
Went through
dipped.
twice.
We
One and a
double
half
dipped the
times.
parade, but it
I mean,
saved
it
us
makes
so
sense,
much time
but
getting
it
back
made
to
sense for IA.
Yeah, it
IA
did.
being premier sponsor of the parade. I mean, what a way to start. You start strong and strong. Am
Because
I
you guys
wrong?
had to drop the trailer. That's why you guys went
Yeah.
back through.
Yeah,
The
'cause
trailer.
we have to like disassemble it right then, and then Kyle
Yeah.
was going to take it. But IA is kind of middle of the parade. I
Yeah,
would say.
Yeah.
Mid.
So we get the trailer, race to the staging, start.
It was- we
Last
just
year we
worked-
were like fifth or
It
sixth,
worked
but
perfect.
this year
It was.
worked.
It was
so
I felt like
amazing.
there was twice as many people there for the
It was
end
a-
of it.
It was
Really?
insane.
Oh yeah, like when we came, that's what it
Yeah.
is. So what happens is people start to trickle in after. So you probably don't want to be the first float. That's
Yeah.
a good. That's a good feedback
Yeah.
piece. I actually didn't think about that. The amount of people that were there when we went back through. Because you figure hour people are driving down from the hills in Eagle River and getting there from Anchorage and walking
Well,
down.
guys,
it.
also think of the amount of floats, because that's a long loop,
Yeah, it is.
and they make you stay pretty close to
and
each
we
other.
were doubled up. That's right. We hit the
Yeah,
back end of
we
it.
hit
So it's
the
like that
back
game
end,
of
so
Snake when
that
you're trying to avoid your
whole-
tail.
The whole loop is full of.
Eating those apples and getting longer and longer. You know that game? What was it?
Snake.
Shout out
Yeah, the
Nokia.
game about a snake.
The only game that came on the phone
Facts.
back in the day.
It's a good game.
Most people don't remember. That's like OG. I feel like
Yeah.
nowadays.
Well,
What was your first phone?
phone
I think we talked about this on
5160.
another.
5160.
Mine was, whatever the Nokia was
My
that you
mom
could
had
swap
that.
the faceplates on.
Yeah, my mom had the flip.
Did it
early.
have the antenna that retracted?
No.
I don't think so.
Well, you could get an additional antenna that attracted or a blinking antenna. There's all kinds of little cool things. Blinking batteries. Remember that?
Oh, yeah. I
Trey's
remember
like,
that.
What?
I had some crazy phones. My first phone, my mom just like gave me her old flip phone, so because I would just be gone all day, so like she just gave me her old phone to be able to call me, rein me back in at night.
Trajan.
And then like once I got older, I had this one phone. It was like a Kyocera. And it was like a bar phone.
Oh yeah, I remember
a
that
normal
one.
bar phone, and then you
Oh.
could flip it
Yeah.
sideways. It was kind of like the Sidekick,
I remember
but way
exactly.
cheaper.
I had one of those too.
Had the full keyboard. The thing was sick.
Yeah.
And then
Was it green and gray?
Kia
it was like
Kyocera.
black.
I have not heard that
Yeah,
name.
Kia
Yeah,
Sarah. I know me
forever.
neither.
It was like black and
I
gray.
used to work at AT&T, so I know all about that.
Shout out
And
to the
then,
Razor though.
I had this
Razor
other
was a
phone
move.
that was basically like a BlackBerry kind of. It was a big screen, and then it just basically had like the call button and like the end button, and then like another 2 buttons on it, and then you slide it up, and then the keyboard comes out.
I remember that. That's
So cool. And then
The
I got
QWERTY.
I got a BlackBerry.
Did you guys ever have the
Dang.
belt holster?
No.
No.
I-
Click.
I had the
oh, yeah, I had the
belt-
click,
yeah, I had the
bro.
belt
I was
holster.
the man. I wanted people to see what was good.
Right after high school, I was belt holster
Oh,
for a
dude,
while.
Keep that thing on you.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
kept that
dude.
thing on me, bro.
For sure.
Little pop thing. It's like,
Yeah.
that's actually, I totally did the same
Kept
thing.
it
I
under
loved
my
it.
shirt. It was kind of like a concealed carry
No, I
vibe
liked
to
it.
it.
I had mine outside. I was a nerd.
Oh, yours was outside.
Oh, bro, I was
Oh.
like leaning into it.
Phones didn't
I
used
worked
to
at
be
AT&T,
as,
so I had to be that guy.
yeah. They weren't as convenient to have in your pocket because they were like
Yeah,
way
that's
thicker.
true. Once
so
the
they
iPhone
would
became,
like stretch out your
no, you ain't
jeans and
lying.
stuff. Yeah.
That's totally true.
So I think the holster.
I'm sure
made
there's
sense.
a YouTube video about this.
I never had the click holster. My dad had the
I had
click
that
holster,
one.
but I had the pouch basically. So you
Little sheath.
a very much concealed carry, like you're pulling your gun out.
Well, yeah. Well, I think, yeah, we
Had
that was a great podcast. What do
cool
you guys?
little rural trip, little solo trip.
Oh, yeah.
Just for the day over to Kotzebue. Thought that was pretty cool. I haven't spent much time in villages. Nome is like the closest thing I've been to. That was with Imaging Associates, and basically they were doing a visit to talk to all their doctors and radiologists and whatnot. I thought it was just cool because, I mean, I've been working with them for 10 years, like as long as I've been with Hybrid. I've never really seen them conduct business outside of with us.
Mm-hmm.
So it's cool to see how they talk with their partners, and just like it was really cool to see how much everybody cares. Even I thought one really cool perspective is like the amount of meaning, or like like I guess meaning that those doctors have taking care of like the native elders, because I mean they're a dying breed. Like
Purpose.
yeah, they basically said like now they're kind of, the native bloodline is starting to get washed out. Like they're marrying outside of their ethnicity, and it's not quite what it used to be. So like they really take pride in caring for those people.
That's Manilik Health Corporation,
Yep.
or Manilik. Yeah, out of
Yeah.
Kotzebue. Great facility.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty impressive for, I mean, the village is like, it's pretty small. It felt bigger than Nome. I think it's because the streets are different. It's not just a
little bit
grid.
different
Mhm.
size. Yeah, it's a
Um,
different village for sure.
But yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, I spent some time in Kotzebue. It's a cool place. Have you been there? Never?
I've
Either of you?
never been to
Oh, really?
Nome, Kotzebue. I've been to Barrow,
Yeah.
Prudhoe.
I've been to Barrow, Prudhoe.
Barrow, Prudhoe.
You have, or you just are saying what he said?
Yeah.
I love
When I was-
Lamp.
I
Yeah,
was
seriously,
in-
I was like the way he looked at it. I was like, I don't know if he believes that or if he just said that.
When I was in Barrow, we did the tour of like the tunnels that the sewage and stuff is in,
Oh,
and the
Must have been
above ground.
nice.
They have the above ground and the underground sewage, and there are these like what?
I just pictured like you at like the community center, like looking at pamphlets of activities you can do, and you like chose
sewage tour.
sewage tour.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
We'll do
Like-
that one.
Like put the like red bandana on with eye cutouts.
Yeah,
Him and Mike Rowe filming for
Yeah.
Dirty Jobs.
yeah.
Well, I'm like, so you were down there with sewage running through.
No, it wasn't sewage running through. It was like I don't remember the specifics of it, but it was this big project because they have issues with permafrost and
Oh, yeah,
snow, and so they had to bury some lines, but they made like a tunnel for all the lines to go through. So everything was in pipes.
Oh yeah. Did Splinter give you any words of advice?
It's still like, even after describing it, it's still such an obscure
Yeah,
tour.
it was pretty cool.
I'm
I
here
was
for
like
it.
I was like
It's
10 years old.
interesting. Yeah. Oh, you were young.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was
Okay.
young.
Okay. Cool.
That was funny.
Pretty much covered today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Short and sweet. We got to check in sooner.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see how fishing goes.
Yeah, we'll report back after tomorrow, but we got to get our gear ready. So thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
Until next time.
Till next time.
Till next
See ya.
time.
Hypercolor.